a journey that began with just $5. And that very hotel became Amol Kohli's empire. Just imagine, on the gleaming streets of America, an Indian teenager would spend his days at school and his evenings washing dishes. Soap on his hands, grease stains on his clothes, but a dream burning in his heart that one day, life would become something greater. No one could have guessed that the Sam boy, who once earned $5 an hour scrubbing dirty plates, would one day own that very Sam hotel chain. This is the story of Amol Kohli, the Indian origin youth who turned struggle, determination, and passion into the American dream. But before we dive into his journey, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update on our latest videos. Now, without any delay, let's begin today's story. The year was 2003, in the city of Massachusetts, United States of America. Amol Kohli was a high school student who couldn't afford the expensive hobbies his friends enjoyed. His family's income was limited, and to support his education and daily expenses, he had to work part-time. That's when he got a job at a local restaurant called Friendly's. It was here that he learned one of life's most important lessons. No job is ever small. Days were for school, nights were for washing dishes. That was his routine. But in the form of those plates, he could already see the shine of his future. Whatever task Amol was given, he did it with his whole heart. Sometimes he cleaned customer tables, sometimes he washed dishes or mopped the floors. His friends often teased him, "Why are you working so hard?" But Amol always smiled. He knew that behind every small task lies a big lesson. Standing in that restaurant kitchen, he learned the real meaning of human behavior, management, and hard work. Those experiences became the foundation on which he would later build his empire. Time moved on. School ended, then came college. Amol pursued a degree in finance and marketing from Drexel University. But his real education didn't come from textbooks. It came from that restaurant kitchen. He hadn't just washed dishes there. He had studied every aspect of business. He learned how insurance works, how to calculate labor costs, how supply chains operate, all through hands-on experience. While others dreamed of getting a job, Amol was quietly preparing to become the boss. He would often ask his manager questions like, "How much does this place spend every month? What are the sales figures?" People didn't understand his curiosity. But deep inside, Amol had already made up his mind. If life ever gave him a chance, he would transform this business completely. After college, Amol stepped into the corporate world. He worked at financial consulting firms and investment institutions where he learned how to raise capital and scale a business. Yet, his heart remained tied to that Sam Friendly's kitchen where it had all begun. He often felt that he hadn't just washed plates there. He had shaped his dreams. Nearly 2 decades later, after 20 years of struggle, experience, and patience, 37-year-old Amol Kohli made history. The very Friendly's restaurant where he once worked for $5 an hour was now his. His investment company not only acquired Friendly's, but also its parent firm Brix Holdings, along with 6 other well-known restaurant chains. Just think about it. How incredible fate can be. The boy who once washed dirty dishes now owns 250 restaurants. His company now manages famous brands like Clean Juice, Orange Leaf, Red Mango, Smoothie Factory Plus Kitchen, Super Salad, and Humble Donut. Spread across multiple US states, this vast empire is now entering a new era under Amol's leadership. But none of this happened overnight. Behind Amol's success lie countless sleepless nights, failed attempts, and moments of self-doubt. When his friends were out partying, Amol was busy crunching numbers on Excel sheets. While others were on vacation, he was drawing charts of supply costs and inventory flow. For him, business wasn't just a way to make money. It was a passion, a journey that took him from dishwasher to honor. Amol has often said, "I never considered myself poor. I just saw myself at the starting point." That mindset set him apart from everyone else. Where most people fear challenges, he turned them into his strength. According to him, every plate I washed taught me that if you do something with honesty, it never goes to waste. The story of Friendly's itself feels like something straight out of a movie. This restaurant was once one of America's most beloved chains, known for its ice cream and family memories. But over time, the company began to struggle, and many of its outlets shut down. That's when Amol saw an opportunity. He realized that with the right leadership and a renewed strategy, this brand could be revived. He won over investors' confidence, built a dedicated team, and made the bold decision to acquire Brix Holdings. The deal was worth millions of dollars. But for Amol, it was far more than just a business transaction. It was an emotional repayment, a tribute to the place that once taught him the true meaning of hard work. Today, when Amol walks into a Friendly's restaurant, those Sam plates are now being washed by someone else. But when he sees the employees working, he can't help but smile. Because in them, he sees his own story. He often tells his staff, "I started from here too." That's why his company now runs on an employee-first culture, where every worker is valued, because he knows better than anyone what it means to start from the bottom. Amol believes that the backbone of any business is its people. That's why he introduced health insurance, scholarship programs, and career development training for employees across all his restaurants. He often says, "If I can reach here, anyone can." That message has now become the hallmark of his success. The story of Amol Kohli isn't just about one man's rise, it's the story of the Indian immigrant spirit that finds hope even in the toughest of circumstances. In a foreign land where every beginning is marked by struggle, Amol proved that when your determination is strong, even the ground beneath you bends in your favor. He didn't just build an empire. He showed the world that no matter where you start, there's always room to rise higher. For countless Indian immigrants, he has become a source of inspiration. People often say, if Amol can do it, why can't we? Today, he owns more than 250 restaurants, employs thousands of people, and earns millions of dollars in annual turnover. But when asked what makes him the proudest, his answer wasn't about wealth or awards. He said, "The proudest moment of my life was the day I bought a gift for my mother with my first paycheck after washing dishes." That one answer defines the true meaning of success, not just money, but the joy of bringing a smile to someone's face through your hard work. People often ask him, "Did you ever imagine you'd become the owner one day?" He smiles and replies, "No, I only thought I'd give my best in whatever I do." That attitude is what carried him to success, because every small step, when taken in the right direction, eventually leads to the destination. Amol Kohli's journey also teaches us that opportunities don't always fall from the sky. Sometimes they're standing right next to a sink full of soap and dishes. You just have to recognize them. If he had looked down on that work back then, perhaps this story would never have been written. Even today, when he meets new entrepreneurs, he gives them one simple piece of advice. Never be afraid to start small. If you're hardworking and willing to learn, life will take you exactly where you're meant to be.
Taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.